Hey guys, I'm alive. Also live. That works. Um, what is today's date? This is the only time I check to see what date it is. It's the 29th of November, 2021. You should know me as Holazar, if you're a regular. And I've been playing Splinterlands since 2018. Here to do my daily quest. Today it's death. Got Jacking in the chat and Bacaroni in the chat as well. If you're watching the replay of this does stream live on Twitch. So come and join and try and win some prizes and stuff. Um, in 6 days' time, we've got the Angel of Light giveaway happening on Saturday. So if today's Monday, that'll be Saturday in a few days' time. So if you can't remember, it'll be one of these, potentially won by somebody. There will be a automatic entry into the draw for anyone subscribed to the Twitch channel. Uh, there will also be an opportunity for followers to get in on the action as well. I've been spending a couple of moments of my life designing a Kahoot that will run through, and basically the person who scores the highest in the Kahoot that I'm putting together will win the giveaway of the card. For two other people, there'll be the opportunity to get one of those Angel of Lights through using their channel points. So if you've got channel points, you're going to want to be here so you can redeem one of the two other Angel of Lights that I'll give away on that stream as well. Because I only want to make one trip to the post office when I send all of this stuff out to everyone who wins them. So I thought I'd open the stream with that little bit of housekeeping. And all you loyal people who jump on straight away can be aware of that information. As for other people, well, they'll have to find out as they go along. Okay, today's death quest, and we're going to start off with aim true, noxious fumes, and an opponent who plays Ouster, Llama, and more Ouster. So if I'm going to go with death, I'm going to need to go with ranged attacks. I can do ranged attacks with death, particularly in a 26 mana. However, with the absence of cleanse, that's going to be difficult to counteract the poison. But there are other options. There are always other options instead of, being poisoned. One of those options is playing Harklaw, because Harklaw has immunity and will not be poisoned. It's my understanding. So with Harklaw in there, I'm going to jump in and grab a whole bunch of ranged creatures. And that filled up my mana bar really quickly. And I'm going to also throw in another redemption by way of Cursed Slime Ball. And we'll see how this goes for me. Hopefully Harklaw can bring it home. And we'll see whether or not I can sneak back up into Champion League. So it's Sacred Llama Mage with their magical cleanse. They also have a cube in the game, which will be little fun. In fact, it will be no fun. But what's really good news for me here is I have Snipe. And Snipe is likely to take out the ooze or anything else if I can survive that long. Otherwise, I'm in for a tough and annoying time. Although Harklaw is not doing a very bad job here. Well, my Snipe is gone. because they're gonna now get poisoned. Parkwalk can live forever here. They're gonna win through fatigue. So let's skip on straight to the end of that and go to the next battle. What I might get going at the same time is our Stream Raiders. Didn't play any of that yesterday. Do I have new quests to claim? No, I don't. I foolishly forgot to look at what the opponent had played. So it's going to be something completely out of left field that I'm going to play. I don't want it to develop a pattern of playing death here. I want to try and keep any opponent guessing. So I'm going to go with Grug, Mercenary. Yes, I called him Grug instead of Grog. I've seen too many memes. Last in effect, we probably want to go with Opportunity. We'll throw in a Snipe. And we'll throw in a Sneak as well. So Child of the Forest is basically a disposable creature here. And we'll see how the disposability of them goes. Okay, so for Stream Raiders, we're up to level 9 and we've got a boss battle. So we've only got 7 people here, so odds are we might win, we might lose, I don't know. Just got to double check what we've got as our boons here. So we want to spam vampires. If you've got vampires, spam vampires. It's all good back away. No need to talk. If you just want to hear me in the background, that's all good, man. Hey, Muji, good to see you. Well, this is not going as horribly as I thought it would. However, visually, there are many anomalies. Hey, Zarbax. In fact, the battle animation is completely screwed here. I don't think, yeah, well, it wasn't like I was exactly watching that. That was going at some sort of warp speed, so let's refresh the page and try that again. Let's see if it goes any better. Okay. Love it. We've got 2 vampires down. I think we had a Crusader buff, if I'm not mistaken, as well. No, sorry, a Templar buff. So if anyone's got a Templar they can throw down, that will give a buff to our vampires. Silence Summoners, 42. What do they do when they play Life? Peak Rider, what do they do when they play Death? Lord of Darkness. They seem to leave themselves open to Sneak. Who knows what they do when they play Earth? It's Silent Summoners, so it doesn't really matter who I pick. I'm going to go back to Death. I'm going to go with Harklaw again, because I feel like there's lots of good value in Harklaw. And then I'm just going to load up on good sneaking team. And that leaves me with up to 10 mana. Let's go with Cornelius for the back of the team. And we'll see whether or not we can sneak around the back and destroy them. Yeah, I read the recap of the AMA, but I didn't listen or watch the video recording of it because it was in a ungodly time zone for me, so I didn't get to experience the live version of it. But yeah, I saw the artwork. The artwork looked pretty cool. So my big downfall here was not bringing any magic along, because now I have to try and get through Shield Bearer twice. Getting through them once is painful enough. There we go, Sandworm sorted that out. But now the rest of my team is going to very, very quickly perish. Unless Cornelius can solo return fire the world, which really they can't. Should have gone for something with armor piercing. Okay, we got a minute there. Up close and personal, 34 mana cap. In melee attack, so I might take a break from playing Death. We'll go with Earth Splinter for a moment. Throw Stone Splitter Orc right at the back, so they can do some retaliate. And we'll see how this goes for us. Alright, and on to Stream Raid as we go. I've only got a small team put together here, so it might be the end of this run from the previous battle that we had. But it'll be alright if it is. I think we might end up getting overwhelmed with tanks. These buildings aren't very tanky at all. Well, we got through the boss. Okay, I'm pretty happy that we managed to get through all of that. Okay, we'll select the next boon and see if we've got more people for the next one. All of these don't feel that great. So I want the healers to follow us around. Actually, dark magic is pretty good. I'm gonna spam my vampire again. Okay, so it looks like this is a hold your ground sort of level. Let's start up here and see how we go with that. Alright, back to my sneaking Splinterlands team. They've gone with a blasty Splinterlands team. Hey Nicotronic, thanks for jumping on. Oh man, that retaliate on the Cerberus was really, really quite annoying. But equally annoying is probably that retaliate right back from Stone Splitter Orc. But now, oh, beautiful. I love that Stone Splitter Orc. If only my team also had Blast. Damn. Hey Bjorn, good to see you. Crushed by the Cerberus. That was a fun battle to watch. My team had Blast. It would have been so much better for me. Stone Splitter Orc did an awesome job retaliating though. Alright, we've got Lost Magic. Oh, that's just the standard distribution of the airdrop from that screen, Zavax. So every 28 days, I think it is, it adjusts to reflect the new airdrops that have come through. It's not a live count all the time. And hey, JPamps, thanks for jumping on. Welcome as a new chatter. Alright, we've got Lost Magic. Makes little point to go with Death, but I'm going to do it anyway, because ranged is their only option here. So I'm going to go with Phantasm as well. Then I'm going to try and take out my opponents. With a mixture of Sneak, I think. Not the Horny Toad. There's my two Sneaks. Cripple will work well, particularly for fighting up against a Shield Bearer. And we'll throw... No, we won't throw Dark Horn out there. We will throw Octopider in at the very back. Is it pretty tanky? They've got blind. So with any luck, that will help the enemy's ranged attacks miss. I mean, but look at their team. Look at that Prince Renan. Finally, a hit. Cool, their armor is gone. At least a portion of it is. Yeah, it's really close to end of season. This one snuck up on me because I've been so busy um, with work lately. And I don't know that my positioning is anything to write home about at this point, but I'll take the credit there, J Pants. As you can see, I've not won a single game yet today. I was one game away from landing into Champ 3, and then I've started playing for my quest, and look at that extraordinary loss streak. But at least I learn something on every game I play, which is the most important thing. Okay, target practice and healed out. So everything has snipe. Death is active. I didn't bother to check to see what my opponent was doing. I'm going to force all the snipes into, hopefully, actually no, screw this. I'm going to go with Selenia Sky for play death, so it won't count towards my quest. But I just want to perpetuate the fact that I'm going to play death until the end of time. What my strategy was going to be was to use triage to try and keep a Naga Assassin alive. But instead, I'm going to actually swap it up again and change my mind once more. Go with fire instead, so that I can do all the speed buffs with a low mana set. We're going to go with Ant Miners. And since everything has snipe, I'm going to put in snipe with blast. And then it's a debate as to what else I throw in. I'm thinking Halfling Alchemist. That then leaves me with 2 mana. So let's put in Fireballer. My main damage source here is going to be Grenadier, and the hope that we get backfire happening from Naga Assassin. So I've gone with Magic Reflect. No, I want to try and get into champ myself. Well, that wasn't great. Now my redemption's rolling out. But I don't think Cockatrice... Oh, Cockatrice did miss Naga Assassin. But my Naga Assassin's screwed because of all the magic damage. Well, the tactic was there. Didn't work. Alright. Playing a fellow guildmate here. Rise of the Commons and aim true again. So everything will always hit. Let's go with Bone Golem, because they've got knockout. And my idea here is to see if I can't stun my opponent somehow. Not with ranged. Damn. Are there any other knockouts? I love how this menu doesn't always work. No other knockouts that are ranged. So I'm going to go with the weakening strategy. 3, 2, and 1. Poison sounds good. Alright, let's see how this team composition goes. Well, they had a pretty similar idea to me. They managed to get their snipe in first, unfortunately. It's all about the speed here. So the slow from the temple undead priest undid me there. Let's close that and then jump back to Stream Raiders because I completely forgot about Stream Raiders. Throw that in. See what outcome we get. Hail the mighty vampires. Doesn't look very healthy for us though. There's 43 enemies left and only 7 of us. Oh wait, we did win. I don't understand how, but I'll take it. Melee units have 10% more defense. All units have 5% more defense. All support units. Well, that's the best of both worlds. Okay, I think on this one, these guys explode when they're killed. So it's probably better to use some ranged creatures for damaging purposes. The gases, the thermal events, they are volatile, they will explode. Depends on what league. There is a mathematical formula we can probably apply to that. And I did previously do the spreadsheets for that. I'll see if I can dig that up in a tick. I'll put together my team for this battle, then I'll see if I can resurrect the spreadsheet I made. Noxious fumes, earthquake. You know what I'm going to do for this? I'm going to do the lazy list of the lazy. Yeah. I'll put a battering ram, chicken up the front. Make sure the mercenary gets their last stand. Let me see if I can dig up that spreadsheet. Well, it looks like they had a similar idea. Recently they added whatchamacallit into the mix. So he won't get a last stand, but I'll get a cleanse. So between last stand and the heal cleanse, I should win that. Back to me looking at Google Sheets. I think I found it. So here's a Google sheet I put together, and I have a Chaos Legion predictor here. So it's based a little bit in reality, and it's based a little bit in fantasy as well. So if I close off the battle and we just do a quick information gathering exercise, we'll look at the Untamed edition, and then we'll go, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, fundamentally 7 splinters, right? If we look at one of the splinters, fire, we've got 3 commons, 4 rares, 3 epics, 2 legendaries. So if I jump back onto the spreadsheet, I'm going to say there's 7 splinters, even though there's in reality 6. There's 4 commons. 1, 2, 3. No, there's 3 commons, so that's my mistake. Okay, let me know when they're over. And then I'll redo my ramblings. Let me just double check my Twitch panel here. It tells me there's another minute. We'll wait 90 seconds. Maybe we'll do Stream Raiders in the intervening time. "15 seconds for Stream Raiders." Let's see what Twitch is doing. Another minute there. Yeah, my losing streak is incredibly long at the moment. Alright, let's do Stream Raiders, and then I'll go back to explaining my analysis and logic and stuff. I do a lot of data analytics in my day job, so I'll try to keep this as simple as I possibly can when I'm explaining the, to me, fairly simple maths that will be involved in my speculation here. But we will see what happens. There's a lot of things I'm not accounting for in my calculations. There's many other variables that we could use to inform the the model and all that sort of stuff. But we'll see. This is rough, sort of. If you could have back of the envelope and a spreadsheet, this will be back of the envelope plus spreadsheet. And thankfully this will be recorded so that people can go back and look at it later if they're so pleased to do so. This is not looking so good for me because my vampire perished. As for the rest of us, I reckon we'd probably be able to succeed in this Stream Raiders battle. So I'm going to jump back to my spreadsheet while Stream Raiders does its thing in the background. And right, we've got one account that we want in, let's say for my sakes, I'll do this analysis. So diamond is all the same, right? And if I swap back over to Splinterlands and look at a splinter from Untamed, we've got 3 commons in that splinter, 4 rares, 3 epics, 2 legendaries. So 3 commons, 3 rares, 1 rare summoner, 3 epics, 2, it'll be 1 legendary and 1 legendary summoner. And then in my formula here, it will say, right, you need to buy 400 of each common card. But what it does is it goes and grabs the number of commons that there'll be. Then it also multiplies them by the number of splinters so that we know how many cards I'll need for that number of splinters. So that means I'm missing a variable here to calculate how many packs, right? But that's easy enough to do. I'll just go equals that times by that times by number of splinters. I'll do the same for the rares. And we'll do the same for the summoner cards. Now there'll be no neutral summoner, so this will be a bit of a over indexed prediction. And then for the legendaries, so if I then sum up all of those, and then we divide it by 5, if you were getting a pure distribution of packs, which you're not, because the total of that would be, you'd need 12,740 individual cards to max these out. But what you'll find is that the percentage of commons that you will need is 65%. The percentage of rares is 18%. The percentage of, that's rare again, but this is for rare summoners. Whoops, did that wrong. That divided by that is 6%, and then the percentage of epics is that divided by that. And what you'll probably find here is that the percentage of cards that you'll need for each type of thing. So if I just format this as percentages, you would need a drop rate that I believe is more generous than what it is. So cards needed, drop rate needed. If I've lost you guys, let me know. And that would be total cards. And then your packs that you would need, we'd divide that by 5. So if you drew absolutely perfect cards, you need 2,548 packs to max for Diamond League. Now, if you wanted to compete in another league, hopefully I've put this spreadsheet together right, like bronze, there we go. If you want to compete in bronze, you would need 98 packs, and you have to get a legendary 1.43% of the time. But this is being a little bit generous because it's pretending that there's more splinters than there are. We've of course got neutral splinters as well. And neutral, if we look at Untamed as our example, and just look at the neutral splinter, it has the same number of core cards. It's got 4 commons, 3 rares. It's only got 2 epics, but 2 legendaries. So that's an interesting angle of looking at that. And then the price prediction that I've got on that, basically I've pumped in a range for what each individual card might cost. That was based on a combination of the Chaos Legion and Untamed cards. So yeah, if we want to compete in Gold League, back of the envelope prediction, 1,360 packs. And that depends on what the card prices do. So for me, for Diamond League, 2,548, that's if I draw cards absolutely freaking perfectly. I probably need to double the number of packs that I've got. If I jump on there, I've got 1,339 packs. And my really rough maths tells me I need 2,548 to max it out. And then if you wanted it for like more than one account, I change that number. You'd have to multiply those numbers again to figure that out. But who knows what's going to happen with card prices. When Untamed was first released, commons were like 2 to 3 cents. There's enough of a supply with Chaos Legion, I feel, that we might see that pricing for commons on the market. And it's generally more efficient to just buy the cards that you want. With that little piece of analysis done, I've just heard that my wife has come home, so I'm going to take a quick break, greet her, and I'll be back with you guys in a couple of minutes.
Holosaur is taking a short break. He will be back soon. Thanks for holding. Your viewing experience is important to Holosaur. Please be patient, and he'll be back with you shortly. He might be maintaining his beard or on a bio break. He might be getting water. He might be lost in the forest. Where do you think he is? He's been gone for a while, and this voiceover might not loop elegantly. Just a few more moments and you'll be back at the start of this message loop, and Holosaur will surely be back soon. Meanwhile, somehow, you've progressed in the queue. All our agents are busy at the moment, but you only want Holosaur to. Holosaur is taking a short break. He will be back soon. Thanks for holding. Your viewing experience is important to Holosaur. Please be patient, and he'll be back with you shortly. He might be maintaining his beard or on a bio break. He might be getting water. He might be lost in the forest. Where do you think he is? He's been gone for a while, and this voiceover might not loop elegantly. Just a few more moments and you'll be back at the start of this message loop, and Holosaur will surely be back soon. Meanwhile, somehow, you've progressed in the queue. All our agents are busy at the moment, but you only want Holosaur to. Holosaur is taking a short break. He will be back soon. Thanks for holding. Your viewing experience is important to Holosaur. Please be patient, and he'll be back with you shortly. He might be maintaining his beard or on a bio break. He might be getting water. He might be lost in the forest. Where do you think he is? He's been gone for a while and this voiceover might not loop elegantly. Just a few more moments and you'll be back at the start of this message loop and Holosaur will surely be back soon. Meanwhile, somehow, you've progressed in the queue. All our agents are busy at the moment, but you only want Holosaur to. Holosaur is taking a short break. He will be back soon. Thanks for holding. Your viewing experience is important to Holosaur. Please be patient, and he'll be back with you shortly. He might be maintaining his beard or on a bio break. He might be getting water. He might be lost in the forest. Where do you think he is? He's been gone for a while and this voiceover might not loop elegantly. Just a few more moments and you'll be back at the start of this message loop and Holosaur will surely be back soon. Meanwhile, somehow, you've progressed in the queue. All our agents are busy at the moment, but you only want Holosaur to. Holosaur is taking a short break. He will be back soon. Thanks for holding. Your viewing experience is important to Holosaur. Please be patient, and he'll be back with you shortly. He might be maintaining his beard or on a bio break. He might be getting water. He might be lost in the forest. Where do you think he is? He's been gone for a while and this voiceover might not loop elegantly. Just a few more moments and you'll be back at the start of this message loop and Holosaur will surely be back soon. Meanwhile, somehow, you've progressed in the queue. All our agents are busy at the moment, but you only want Holosaur to. Holosaur is taking a short break. He will be back soon. Thanks for holding. Your viewing experience is important to Holosaur. Please be patient, and he'll be back with you shortly. He might be maintaining his beard or on a bio break. He might be getting water. He might be lost in the forest. Where do you think he is? He's been gone for a while and this voiceover might not loop elegantly. Just a few more moments and you'll be back at the start of this message loop and Holosaur will surely be back soon. Meanwhile, somehow, you've progressed in the queue.
Okay, I'm back. Also needed to go pull the food out of the drawer for the cat as well. So, with your remark there, Bakawoni, about back to silver and stuff, not necessarily true, because if you play in the whatchamacallit wild format, you'll still be able to play in the wild format at your gold level. You just won't have the Chaos Legion cards as a utility there. Now, I did hear Splinterlands say, "Hey, you've got a battle" in the background. Just gonna pick a boon here first. We'll get paladins to do stuff. And now that my vampire is dead, I'm going to drag out my warrior. So for the modern format, it will be Untamed, Dice, Chaos Legion, and the associated reward cards that have the same border as Untamed or Chaos Legion. So Daria Dragonscale would be out, because she's got a different border to the Untamed cards. Lyanna would be out. Arik would be out. Selenia would be out. But all the other summoners that share that border with the cracks along it would be playable in that league. Silent Summoners, Rise of the Commons. Doesn't really matter who I play here. I should have paused to see what my opponent was throwing into their recent teams, but I did not. If it is Commons, I might throw out a bit of a varied team here, with a little bit of everything in it. Yes, maybe to a snipe. Dead Badger, there's probably a better choice. That better choice. Yeah, let's maybe go with Goblin Chariot. Just flick this around. to be a little bit like that. Okay, so they've gone with green, most likely fighting ranged. No, that's a very interesting team composition they've put together. My team composition is probably equally as interesting. My damage is all over the shop there. I think I would be okay here. That was a clutch miss. It depends. It can be good to wait for all the airdrops to be there because then you've got the chance of those other cards also being in the packs. But then if there's like a really awesome card that you want that's in the current packs, and let's say it's a legendary, there's a more limited pool of legendary cards to choose from when the game generates what legendary is going to be there when you're opening up your packs. So the likelihood of getting a particular legendary at the time of the launch is going to be higher than the ones that you get later. But that will, of course, be offset by the fact that when they get airdropped, if you have many more packs, you'll get many more airdrop opportunities, typically speaking. So it doesn't really matter. If you wait until the end, you're likely to get a larger distribution of cards. But if you do it immediately upon release, you are having a more concentrated distribution of the, I'm going to call them launch legendaries that are within the set, as opposed to an opportunity for those other legendaries to drop in your packs that you open later on. And I guess the airdrop mechanic is sort of the way that the team calculate around that. And even then, the last airdrop cards tend to be highly sought after, because even if you buy enough packs to, mathematically were to open to have a max collection, it's often slightly less than that. At least it was the last time around with Untamed. So they definitely know what they're doing in terms of market economics and that sort of thing to continue to build FOMO throughout the lifespan of a particular edition. I've been here since 2018. There was only the airdrops introduced with the Untamed edition and the Dice edition, but I feel like the team has learnt from it. They're very smart people, and the way in which the marketing and the game economics and the game theory behind, should I wait to open packs? Should I open them immediately? It's a game on its own right, that sort of stuff. Thinking about all the possibilities that can happen from those broader mechanics. So yeah, there's a lot of choice. That's the one thing you're never shy of when playing Splinterlands. There's always choice. I'm going to put together my team for this battle before I jump back over to String Raiders. I've gone with like a super quick team here. It depends. So with this feels like a special promotion. So 50 packs to get one airdrop card. For a legendary, that feels about right. I believe for Jotun, when Jotun airdropped, just going to go through the Splinterlands blog history here to understand what the previous airdrops guaranteed. I might just Google it. Splinterlands Zaku airdrop. Because Jotun was one of the last cards. No, I was wrong. Here we go. Found a post. They didn't link directly to the post, so you get to see my feed on peak. So for Chancius, it was Chancius with a 16th legendary card edition available. Any account that has purchased at least 400 packs will be guaranteed. So for Chancius, it was 400 packs. So I reckon it would have been the same for Jotun and that sort of thing. So I guess if you want to get in on max summoners for the next one, I guess it would be 500 multiplied by 11. So 5,500 packs is probably what you'd need to max, I think. Again, pure speculation. Well, that's nice. I wasted their resurrection on the chicken. And who knows, it might change with Chaos Legion. There's many more Chaos Legion packs available than there were Untamed. So I'd say it's probably a smaller number that will be needed, but I could be wrong. There might be a larger number. But for the economics to remain sort of similar, that would make sense. And hey, thanks for the raid, Silent Necrosis. Welcome to people who have not been on my stream before. I'm very slowly doing my death quest. Incredibly slowly doing my death quest. And we've been playing a little bit of Stream Raiders at the same time. We've talked a bit about the potential economics of Chaos Legions. And you guys will get to see that part in the recording that will go up on YouTube 24 hours after this stream finishes. Thank you again, Silent Necrosis, for the raid. Appreciate it. I see I got a couple of new followers out of that. So welcome Kimmy123X. And if you are not familiar with the game we've got up on screen at the moment, it is Stream Raiders. You can join in playing through your browser here. It's just a little thing that we use to kill a bit of time, let my ECR recharge a little, and makes it a little bit more interactive and less boring, I think, instead of me just chewing the fat constantly. But we look like we're on a pretty good and impressive run in Stream Raiders. We're up to level 12. Furthest I've ever gotten is 14, and I've got 69 keys. Nice. Okay, what are we going to use for this one? Mages start stun for 30 seconds, then they gain 200% attack speed and 2 range. That doesn't feel useful. Orc Slayers sound useful. I'm still going to be throwing out my warrior because it's the most powerful guy I got outside of my vampire who is now dead. So with this one, it looks like we might need to be spread out all over the place. I'm going to start off down the bottom half of the map, and let's jump back into Splinterlands. So yeah, we were just discussing what the airdrops were like for subsequent packs in Untamed. So as an example, Chancius, you got one of them for every 400 packs guaranteed, but there still was the chance of getting them as per normal. So what do we have? Noxious Fumes, 36 mana, an opponent that likes to play nothing but magic. So that feels like the perfect job for Mimosa. And we'll silence them a little bit. By silence them a little bit, we mean we'll silence them a lot. We put in Dark Hawan at the front. And we will throw them out. A Corrupted Pegasus. Keep Corrupted Pegasus alive. We'll throw in Therosa for her Watchamajigger. And I'll throw in a Shadowy Presence for some additional lulls and extra health. To answer your question, Zarvax, there is a button on the store page. Basically, it'll say you have X packs eligible for an airdrop. Click here to claim. You click that button, and then it will go away, do the blockchain calculations, randomizations, etc., etc. And then a pop-up window will come up, kind of like if you receive a gift from another player, and it will say, congratulations, you got 3 of these, or 1 of these, or sad face, none of these, depending on what the RNG gods determine you are worthy of receiving. So it's a little bit like claiming your end of season rewards. And if you don't claim an initial one straight up, it sits there for you. You don't need to like worry about claiming it in time. You just keep claiming until you've claimed each and every one of the airdrops. So if you go away for a long period of time, you don't need to worry about missing out on something that would have airdropped to you previously, even if it's progressed to a different airdrop card. Okay, so don't mind my chances here. Now that all the damage is going into just the... No, I can't win this. Freaking cube. I went from, I'm hopeful, to I hate the cube. So cheesy, so cheap. Alright. Let's see what's going to happen next. Alright, Fog of War, Stampede, Renin, Mimosa, Renin, Mimosa. I might go with something completely different. Go with Daria Water. Throwing Frost Giant. Need a bit of a healer. Go with Naga Assassin. And we'll slow them down more than once. Because Frost Giant has a slow. So does Creeping Ooze. Naga Assassin has a speed boost. So I'm hoping to get like a good speed differential here and let Dragon Jumper, Frost Giant do all the talking. And by talking, I mean the knock knock, is anybody home? And then they just completely smash their skulls to pieces. Although that may be difficult given it is the Lord of Darkness. And with no cleanse, I have no healing available to me. What would have been great would have been a whatchamacallit, a halfling alchemist. I can't beat that combo. I don't have enough damage. Even if I repeatedly stun the Lord of Darkness, it's not going to happen. Okay, Stream Raiders is ready to roll. Let's throw down a tower here. See if we get through this battle. And while we wait for that, even though I haven't won a whole bunch of games yet today, I'm gonna throw out a giveaway draw and we'll see what the situation looks like in about 25 minutes. It is full of beard, coup de grace. Full of beard. In fact, I forgot to actually turn on my streaming lights. So I will fix that now. So now you can actually see my endless beard, which I have to like get up for. And feel like I am completely possessed. I think that's going to be a win for us. Yep, the only thing we've got left to do is open up treasure chests. Cool. 7 keys. On to grabbing another boon. Well, since I'm always playing my warrior from now on until we perish, I'm gonna go for the warrior boon. It's basketball time. I think. Is this the basketball level? No, it just looked like the basketball level. Where are we gonna start? Let's start off. I feel like we should start off cowering in the corner. Or do we want to cower in this corner? There's a pretty well balanced allotment of enemies no matter where we start. I think I'm going to start here. And thank you for the follow as well earlier, DeadmanX. Welcome to my stream. Alright, we're playing a player called SPS0002. Sounds legit. Rise of the Commons, Equalizer, Plateau, Blue Splinter. Okay, if it's Rise of the Commons, throw in Contessa and Spirit, which is not max level, but suspecting that they go play with Blue Splinter here. That's why I want to roll a heal out in my team comp. And then I'm going to throw out a Vampire in the last position. We'll guard them with a chicken. So because it's Equalizer, I've thrown in 2 creatures with Vampirism to try and outlast the opponent. And predictably, they've gone with all magic. So it was quite purposeful playing the Affliction. Hey Deadol, good to see you. And with this team composition, I might be able to live long enough to kill the majority of their team. I had banked on them bringing Sneak along, which is why I put the chicken behind the Vampire. Obviously the Vampire can't attack from the first position. But as soon as I get through their Genie, I should have this wrapped up. Because even though they're going to be able to heal each other, I don't really care. Because I'm just going to keep leeching health off of them at a greater rate than they can heal. Which means when it comes down to exhaustion, at the end of the day, if we get there, which we now won't, Vampire would turn into an absolute monster, which he is in the process of doing, ending the match with 26 health. So that's great. That's wonderful. I'll take that win. It's a slow burn of a quest today. And I'm also going to double check my Rising Star in my other tab, see what's going on there. I've still got ages to go before that quest is done, so never mind that. Equalizer again, but this time also with Stampede. So I might go for things with Blast. I feel like stunning my opponents. Dispel and Cripple will be very useful. I'm not going to be bringing a heal. I'll bring Triage now. And we'll see whether or not we can keep our 2 big damage dealers alive for long enough. Grenadier and Spring Banshee. I only have my wine bottles dead on. So that's what I'll have to drink out of. It is water, of course. The classic vodka. I need to add that to the Kahoot for the stream on Saturday when we give away the Angel of Light card. Okay, they've gone with Byzantine Kitty. So all of their attacks will hit, which is troublesome considering most of them are sneak attacks, and that's where I put all of my damage dealers. But that's a slight relief there. It is no longer a relief. Damn, that was a costly miss. X2. So now that puts my Screaming Banshee in extraordinary peril. Oh man, just die already, stupid, stupid assassin worm. So frustrating. There we go. Now I'm good. Hopefully. Or am I in the position where I'm not going to have enough damage? I don't think I'm going to have enough damage to do this. Yeah, the attack order has... I don't have enough speed to pull this off, actually. But that was a close game. If I hadn't missed so many times, it would have been better. But it is what it is. Okay, let's throw down the killing field, and if we beat this one, that's the furthest I've ever gotten in the Stream Raiders dungeon. Just got to keep my ear out for Splinterlands finding me a battle, which it just did. I think we're good on this front. I think we're going to get through it. It's an excellent team building exercise. This. Uh-oh, we lost the War Beast. And now we've got whatever is living under this rock. And also this rock. Maybe I spoke too soon, but I better get in my team select before I lose. Equalizer and explosive weaponry. Okay, if it's going to be equalizer, I might try and change up the strategy that I've been playing with recently, which has been basically spam, 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 death, death, death. And we're going to go with Conjurer, Herbalist, where is Truth Speaker, throw in one Toad, Deliver Radiant comes out to play, and Lens Master goes in as well. Don't know how this will go, but I haven't played Life Splinter for a bit. Missed playing Life Splinter, so Life Splinter it was. Yeah, warrior attacks leave flames behind in their wake. Sure, I'll do that. And now we're onto a boss battle. Turns out the boss will be immune to flame or something like that. And they're all clones of Jerry. Some of them being mirages. Looks like the most powerful ones are in this top corner, so that's pretty symmetrical, but we'll start up in this top corner. Okay, so Life v Life. Both went with another Kalia based team. both brought along Cleanse. I didn't bring along Affliction, but I did bring along Healing. I'm hoping the poison from the Horny Toad might be the divider here. I seem to be using Blast a little bit more successfully than they. Especially with Will the Radiant quietly turning herself into a bit of a beast mode. So the chicken is now gone. Will the Radiant's just such a great card. Yeah, Horny Toad's doing a great job as well. I feel like Horny Toad is severely underrated. Oh look, they finally hit me with Affliction. So Bill of the Radiant on 28 health, 29 health. Wait till the triage hits her. We lost one of our triages. What a tragedy. 31 health on Billa. 33, 34. Just for good measure, she'll dodge an attack. So that's a ridiculous combo you can try at home. Is when it's Blast rule set, just play something with Life Leech and watch it become ridiculously overwhelming. So we ended on 39 health. That was a bit of a combo breaker as far as not playing death, but that was engaging and fun to watch. For me at least. I'm sure my opponent was like, really? They just keep healing her? Okay. Stampede. 32 mana. Yeah, what Mistfang said. It's not worth it. Just for the one or two chests, you'll end up paying more. You'll pay more DC to rent the extra power than what is the value you'll get in the chests as well. Fire. I think I might do a sneaky death ping. But it's gonna be sneaky sneak. This time I'm bringing Halfling Alchemist. Sneaky sneak. Oh, I really want to bring Affliction along. Blue Splinter is out, so I might do just that. Bring in Affliction and Rust. I've deliberately got my Halfling Alchemist in the second position because I want their redemption to do stuff. Well, I'm glad I brought Sneak. Dragon Jumper literally jumped out and just went boomity bang. That was incredibly ruthless, the opening of that battle. Now, the good news is Flash Golem is afflicted. The bad news is they have way more than enough firepower to take me out the rest of the way, as they quickly did. Alright, moment of truth for Stream Raiders. Let's put down a stronghold here. Hit go and see if we survive or not. Catch you later, Necrosis, and thanks for the raid again. Well, we are maintaining an out-level effect here. I feel like we have enough of a team here and enough viewers that we might be able to proceed quite deep into this dungeon. We did lose a lot of units that battle though. But it's time for another boon. This is the best run so far. Warriors apply a debuff which shocks enemies. Yes, please. Alright, battle time. There is not a lot of space to deploy units here. Hopefully the randomized buffs give us something useful. Alright, let's try to get stuck into getting this quest completed. So I do have other things I want to get done this evening. And I need 3 more wins, so I think I might start brute forcing the quest. Okay, 36. Every splinter is available. They've got an Archmage Arius. Looks like we're going to be going with Magic Reflect. Who's got the most effective Magic Reflect? Actually, all splinters do. Say hello, 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 hello to Splinter News and hello to Almo. I'm going to go Magic Reflect via neutral. And I'll throw in a Tortisan. Go in with a Bonesmith. And what else? We'll throw Affliction down on them. And then finally, yeah, Therosa. I really hope my opponent doesn't play Mimosa. Good. They didn't play Mimosa. They went with Archmage, which is potentially worse. Oh, that's not nearly enough magic for my Magic Reflect monsters to, like, do stuff. See you later, Thoros and Nightshade. I'll miss you. But that part of my strategy worked excellently with the Magic Reflect. It's not really a death team by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, I'll miss you, Thoreau, so you were holding the team together. Now I've got no poison left. Ooh, this bodes well. This bodes very well. Would you look at that? It wasn't really a death team, it was more neutrals than it was death. But it worked. Alright. Again. One minute there. I did hear Splinterlands doing its thing. Equalizer and healed out. What I'm gonna do. Gonna throw in Lord Arianthus. I'm going to bring Cripple and Dispel and Silence. I don't think Horny Toad's going to make an appearance here today. But Halfling Alchemist can. See if this works. And we will pick a winner for the raffle, which had 15 people enter. And Deadman X, congratulations. New to the stream, new follower, and victory is yours. Let's see if we got your name captured in my spreadsheet here. I sure do. Deadman19 in game. Gonna send over. How much do you see? I reckon I'm gonna round myself down. 135.09. Sorry, .905. Now that's a decimal, not a comma. I am from Australia. We use decimals, not commas, to separate our hundreds and our thousands. So don't get too excited. Not 135,000 DEC. It's 135. Unless I made some enormous faux pas on my keyboard. But thankfully, I did. If I did, that would be hilarious for everyone watching. Very sad for me. I'm screwed here. At least I think I'm screwed here. Yeah, I'm definitely screwed here. The idea was to bring someone along who had cripple so that I could reduce enemy health, given the fact that everyone would have the same amount of health. But now I'm getting stun locked. So that was well played by my opponent there. Okay, we're ready to go in Stream Raiders. Let's throw down a killing field and see how we go. Furthest I've ever gone. we can get through 2 more battles and I can get to another 100 keys, it'll let me unlock the last thing I need from this event in our stream raiders at least. Oh, we are chewing through these enemies. But my warrior is dead, so I think it's over. GG, no re. Well, furthest we've ever gotten. Can't be mad at that. Alright, let's do perhaps one of these things. Where are we going to start? Looks like there's more treasure chests down this way. So we'll start off over here. Challenge level, very easy. We'll see about that. We'll make it hard for ourselves. How am I going to make it difficult? I'm going to go and just put a war beast out. Which is like not leveled at all. Let's see if I finished any quests through that. Yes, I did. Gets me some Buster Scrolls. Doesn't get me anything else. Can I level up my scrolls at all? No. What's in the store? I need 9 more things for that. There's another 7 days left, so I'll do another dungeon probably tomorrow or the day after to get that out. And what about scrolls? None of them particularly excite me, so I'm just going to pass on them. We'll jump back over to the regular thing. And then back into Splinterlands. Okay, heavy hitters and spreading fury. Well, I probably want to direct all of my attacks, damn it, into one creature to avoid the wrath of the fury, but that's not important when you're trying to spam double stun. And then if it fails, it's going to fail horrendously. So they just went with Hydra. I hope I stun them. Good. Oh, that miss. Are you serious? That was... Damn. God damn. The miss cost us the game, because the Gremlin Blaster would have killed the Hydra in one hit there with the knockout. RIP. That was just... That was the tale of love cut short. Although I bet they were probably shitting themselves for a little bit there. They're like, oh my god, I'm going to lose to Gremlin Blaster. Alright. Melee Mayhem and back to basics. That's a terrible rule set. But we have to play it. And we're going to go with Contessa. And that means we can actually not go with Confessor. Let's go with Wizard of Eastwood. And for all the melee, the faster the better. I mean, I've won games using Gremlin Blaster. They're ridiculously hilarious to use in Equalizer as well, especially in conjunction with the archery dude that also has Blast. Yeah, the game should have just looked at the team, looked at the comp, and said, right, here's what's happening. Hydra, you're losing. But unfortunately, the game doesn't like to believe in poetic justice. Alright, what have we got here? Not sure if they missed the memo about Melee Mayhem. But I'm not surviving another round here. uh, you never miss the memo when you play Prince Renan, do you? He's the one delivering the memo via his bow and arrow with extra speed and extra damage, just like in Monty Python. Message for you, sir. Prince Renan, OP. Alright. Blast and Silent Silence. We want Snipe. We want more Snipe. We want Maggots. And we'll also throw in Bonesmith. This is not going to be a great tank. This is not going to be a great team. But I've done it. Click the button. I grew up watching so much Monty Python. Well, really the same things over and over again. But that's where I get a lot of my humor from. I want to get these wins done. I'm getting hungry. Angry. I can't remember the last time I actually had chocolate back when. Oof, that's not. And now that reflector's gonna screw me so bad. Oh wow, I didn't even get to get an attack down. There we go, there's my first attack of the match. Fat load of good that did. My poor team. I agree, they are superior. We got Holy Protection, Weak Magic, 20 mana cap, Fire, and Death. They go with Dark Horn when they play Death. I've got no idea what they do when they play Fire. So, Holy Protection, Weak Magic. Blast? Blast. Not blast as in, oh dear, this is a difficult choice. Blast as in, all of the blast. Also poisons. Let's use poisons, because poisons penetrate armors. And we'll silence the enemy. Then if it's weak magic, we'll throw in Skeletal Warrior. I like my team a lot. Hopefully they deliver it. Hey, yeah. What's up, kitten? You've been fed. Don't try and lie to me. Okay. This bloody divine shield. These misses aren't too pleasant either. Okay, it's all up to you, Banshee. Damn. Time to go again. Melee Mayhem and Holy Protection. And look at this. It's all magic damage. It's all magic damage. That's what we do to people who spam magic damage. Triple silence. Then we just build a team around staying alive. Just so happens that all of my damage is also magical. I guess I can throw in Haunted Spirit. And we'll roll with Ferosa and a Shadowy Presence. Okay, if they continue the trend of what they've been doing, this should be an easy win. They did not. They went with Bright and Bloom. Why? Oh no, they're still magic. That's all good. I'm not afraid of that. Well, this worked out ridiculously well. Reduced all their damage to 1. Cool. There's that win I needed. One more. Then I can open up some treasure chests. Okay, Lost Magic, Super Sneak. Well, it looks like they are going to be playing life or death. Their fires are level 1s, their waters are level 1s. So, with Lost Magic, that means it's probably going to be a shield bearer. How do I be a shield bearer with death? Do we have piercing? What sort of piercing do we have? Chain Golem sounds good to me. It's Lost Magic. So we can throw in Blaster Man, Grenadier. Poison can also function well. Let's throw in Inspire. And then we'll just hide maggots in the middle of the team for a bit of opportunity to hit stuff. Well, we predicted the shield bearer. One poison, one cleanse. I don't think I'll be doing this. Well, it doesn't really matter in this particular case because Shield Bearer has Taunt anyway. I'm not going to be winning that, so on to the next battle. Hey, Lord and Keck, good to see you. You should totally change your name to Lord NDC. I am fond of this rule set, I'm not going to lie. Because I'm going to do the same old thing I did just before and pile in every silence I possibly can. Also going to throw in headwinds. Yeah, why not? We'll go with one of you two. The good old Grim Reaper. So there's every silence. Ooh. Yeah, we could fit Mimosa in. I wasn't sure if I'd end up having enough mana to do that. I'll have to make some other sacrifices to facilitate that. But it's a good sacrifice because then I don't have shitty filler in my team. And we've still got all three silences. But here comes headwinds. Good old Medica Headhunter. You absolute freaking monster. Even with headwinds, she's still an absolute monster, Medica Headhunter. Well, GG, I guess. I'm not sure what other team could have beaten Prince Renan there. 32 mana cap, super sneak. Super sneak's fine by me. Because guess what's happening? You're all going to sneak into Darkhorn's loving embrace. And then at the other end of the spectrum, and I really mean it when I say the word spectrum, is going to be Pellicle Deceiver. Do I have Fallen Spectre? Yes, I do. Yes, indeed, I do. If it's Super Sneak, we're going to also play Octopod. Damn you, Octopider, why are you so pricey? Let's make you miss with Soulstorm. No, we don't want the enemy to stun. We don't want a stunned enemy, because then they can't hit Pellicle Deceiver. Alright. Ferosa bang smack in the middle. Actually, do that. We'll see if this works. It is indeed Super Sneak. All the sneak is going to go into Dark One. Oh, the blast. So their Super Sneak was pretty good. Yay, backfire worked. Sad backfire didn't work. Yay, backfire worked. Alright. Now let's see if he can kill with backfire. No. It would have been an awesome story if that was the case. But I got absolutely destroyed. Okay, up close and personal, 27. They are probably going to try and play fire. Unless they have a thingy-madoo. I'm going to go with Arclaw. Roll it on. Poison. Four mana, so maybe 2 and 2 and 0. Rip. Rip me. Because Golodon and Harklaw are never really going to hit Serpentine's Spark. And the rest of the team is going to rip through me just like that. Close that up. Hit the battle button again. Okay, 16 mana, Earthquake. I am going to continue brute forcing my quest. You know who flies? You thought I was going to say Polycall the Sea, but didn't you? Well, you're right, I was. It's an all-flying team. Alright, death of the death. I was going to say this could be my lucky day until I saw the sneak. Although it did miss. Alright, it's time for Earthquake to do its magic. Combination of Earthquake and Retaliate. Cool. I don't think I can lose from this position. There it is. There's the win. Alright, and I'm not going to muck about here. I'm going to go straight into claiming those rewards. Alright, I'm going to wait for the ads to actually end first. Thank you for pointing that out, guys. Otherwise I would have quite literally just gone and like pressed reveal all. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to get through this battle. In fact, I'm so confident. I'm just going to start the stream raiders early. We'll get it done. Yeah, I don't bother playing for leaderboard anymore. It's clear I'm not as competitive as what I once was. Just randomized out the rewards there for everyone. And now we're going to jump in and open up these quests. I'm going to shut down Stream Raiders and see what I get in my chests powered by a quest potion. Well, a good selection of lotions to start off the day. That's 4 lotions, 4 cards. Give me more lotions. More lotions, please. Okay, I'll take a Crystal Smith. Damn, not enough lotions. Okay, and apparently I get my next daily quest in an hour. Maybe what I'll do is I'll come back and stream more in an hour and a half. I'll take a break. That way I can lock in another quest. And that means I should be able to get 2 more quests in before the end of the daily thingy-ma-do. So I'm gonna run away for the next 90 minutes or so, but in the meantime, we'll go ahead and raid someone to keep you guys entertained. Now, it doesn't look like any of the guys I follow are online. So let's see if there's anyone else out there streaming Splinterlands, or am I it? Are you all stuck with me? You're all stuck with me. That's an enormous shame, isn't it? Well, I think I'm going to have to end it here, and I'll be back in about 90 minutes to do the next quest, because my weekend was crazy and I must have skipped a quest somewhere in there. That's why it's giving me the other timer. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'll catch you all very, very soon. See you later.